Let's break down GMOs, genetically modified organisms. You've probably heard the term GMO tossed around in news stories, food labels, or even dinner table debates. But what does it really mean, and why does it matter to our everyday lives? A GMO is any living thing, plant, animal, or microbe, whose DNA has been precisely changed in a lab. Scientists use advanced tools to make these changes, allowing them to select specific traits with incredible accuracy. Think of DNA as a recipe book. Just like a cookbook tells you how to make your favorite dish, DNA contains the instructions for building and running every part of a living thing. Genetic engineering lets scientists add or tweak a single ingredient in that recipe, giving an organism a new, helpful trait. This could mean making a plant more resistant to disease, or helping it grow in tough conditions. Unlike traditional breeding, which is slow and unpredictable, genetic engineering is fast and targeted. Instead of waiting generations for a desired trait to appear, scientists can introduce it directly and see results much sooner. Why do this? To help crops resist pests, survive drought, or even become more nutritious. These changes can make a big difference for farmers and for people who rely on these foods every day. For example, scientists can add a gene for pest resistance directly into a plant, reducing the need for chemical pesticides. This not only helps the environment, but can also lower costs for farmers and make food safer for consumers. Or they can boost nutrients to help fight vitamin deficiencies in communities worldwide. Golden rice, for instance, is engineered to provide more vitamin A, helping prevent blindness in children where diets lack this essential nutrient. GMOs aren't frankenfoods. They're a modern extension of what farmers have done for centuries, just with more precision. Humans have always tried to improve crops and animals, but now we have better tools to do it safely and efficiently. The goal? A more stable, sustainable, and sometimes healthier food supply for everyone. With a growing global population and changing climate, these innovations are more important than ever. Understanding GMOs starts with knowing they're simply organisms with a targeted genetic upgrade, designed to help us meet the challenges of today and tomorrow. So, which GMOs are actually out there? Let's take a closer look at the crops that have been genetically modified and are now a regular part of our lives. You might be surprised by just how many everyday products start with these innovative plants. The main GM crops are corn, soybeans, cotton, and canola. These four are the heavy hitters in the world of genetic modification, and they're grown on millions of acres across the globe. Farmers choose these crops because they offer advantages like higher yields, resistance to pests, and tolerance to herbicides. These crops make up a huge share of global cropland, and most are used for animal feed or processed food ingredients. Think corn syrup, soy oil, and more. In fact, if you check the labels on packaged foods, you'll find that ingredients from GM crops are almost everywhere, from breakfast cereals to salad dressings. You might not eat GM corn on the cob, but you probably eat foods made with GM ingredients every day. These ingredients are so common that most people consume them without even realizing it, whether it's in a snack bar, a loaf of bread, or a bottle of cooking oil. GM cotton isn't for eating, but it's engineered to resist pests, reducing pesticide use and making your t-shirts and jeans. The cotton industry has benefited greatly as farmers can grow healthier crops with fewer chemicals, which is better for the environment and for the people working in the fields. Some GM crops solve specific problems, like Hawaiian papaya, which was saved from a virus by genetic engineering. Without this breakthrough, the papaya industry in Hawaii might have disappeared entirely. Thanks to science, these fruits are thriving again and supporting local farmers. There are also GM apples and potatoes that don't brown, and squash that resists viruses. These improvements help keep produce fresher for longer, reduce food waste, and make it easier for families to enjoy healthy snacks. These innovations help farmers reduce waste and sometimes even save entire industries. By making crops more resilient and less likely to spoil, GMOs play a key role in feeding a growing world population. GMOs aren't just about food. They touch everything from animal feed to clothing. The reach of these crops extends into many aspects of our daily lives, often in ways we don't even notice. The technology is focused, but its impact is everywhere. From the lab to the supermarket, and from the farm to the factory, GMOs are shaping the future of agriculture and industry. GMOs help protect crops, reduce chemical use, and keep our food system resilient. As we face new challenges like climate change and a growing population, These crops will continue to play a vital role in ensuring we have enough safe, nutritious food for everyone. How do scientists actually create a genetically modified, or GM, plant? The process might sound like science fiction, but it's a fascinating blend of biology, technology, and creativity. Let's take a closer look at how experts use cutting-edge techniques to give plants new abilities that can help us all. One of the most common tools is a natural helper, Agrobacterium, a soil bacterium with a unique talent. In nature, this microbe inserts its own DNA into plants, causing tumors. Scientists have learned to harness this ability, turning a once harmful process into a powerful tool for good. In the lab, researchers carefully remove the bacterium's tumor-causing genes and replace them with a beneficial gene, perhaps one that it's seridar and helps now making seed and anger stir. No forcerer stir palma. Their plant resist pests, tolerate drought, or even improve nutrition. And this gene is chosen for a specific purpose, tailored to the needs of farmers or consumers. The modified agrobacterium then acts as a delivery system, transferring the new gene into plant cells. These cells are nurtured in special conditions, where they grow and multiply, eventually developing into whole plants that now carry the new, helpful trait in every cell. But not all plants are compatible with agrobacterium. For those, scientists use a different approach, the gene gun. This device literally shoots microscopic gold or tungsten particles coated with DNA directly into plant cells, bypassing the need for bacteria altogether. Both methods aim to add a new gene to the plant's DNA, but the gene gun is less precise and can sometimes insert the gene in unpredictable places. That's why scientists carefully analyze the results, using advanced tools to check exactly where the new gene has landed and how it's working. Afterward, researchers grow many plants from the treated cells, carefully observing which ones successfully express the new trait. Only the best performing plants, those where the gene works as intended, are selected for further study and eventual use in agriculture. Whether using bacteria or a gene gun, the ultimate goal is the same: to give plants a valuable new ability, such as resisting disease, surviving harsh conditions, or producing more nutritious food. This process is a remarkable blend of nature's own tricks and human ingenuity, combining what we know about biology with innovative technology to solve real-world problems. The result: crops with traits that help farmers grow more food with fewer resources, and consumers enjoy produce that's healthier, safer, and more sustainable. Genetic engineering is about targeted, beneficial change, using the best tools science and nature offer to create a better future for agriculture and for all of us. Turning an idea into a GM crop is a careful multi-year process. It starts with a problem, like pest damage or poor nutrition, and finding a gene that solves it. Scientists isolate and copy the gene, then insert it into plant cells using agrobacterium or a gene gun. The modified cells are grown into plants in the lab, then moved to soil in greenhouses. Researchers test if the new trait works. Does the plant resist insects or grow better? The plant is bred for several generations to ensure the trait is stable and safe. Only after years of testing and monitoring is the GM plant ready for regulatory review. The process is precise, thorough, and designed to catch any problems early. The end goal: a crop that's better for farmers, consumers, and the environment. Every GM crop you see has been through this long, careful journey. Before a GM crop reaches your plate, it faces years of safety testing. In the U.S., 3 agencies review every GM crop. The USDA checks if it's safe to grow, the EPA reviews any pest-resistant traits, and the FDA ensures it's safe to eat. Each agency demands extensive data on plant growth, environmental impact, and food safety. They look for potential allergens, toxins, and nutritional changes. Only crops that pass all these checks are approved for sale. This process can take a decade or more. The result of ting bom ting by subreddit dashits. Bisting sting riddar bumdam per burdem. Tin sting bum. Ben sting bor von on board this on the one. The Britain darim the market have been scrutinized more than almost any other food. Safety is the top priority, every step of the way. Are GMOs as safe and nutritious as regular foods? The answer from decades of research is yes. Major scientific organizations worldwide agree approved GM foods are just as safe as their non-GM counterparts. The FDA requires GM foods to be substantially equivalent in nutrition unless the change is intentional. Scientists compare nutrients, allergens, and toxins in GM and conventional crops. If there's any unexpected difference, the crop isn't approved. For example, sugar from GM sugar beets is identical to regular sugar. GM foods are tested, compared, and only approved if they meet strict safety and nutrition standards. The science is clear. GMOs on the market are as safe and nutritious as any other food. Some GMOs are designed to fight malnutrition, like golden rice. Golden rice is engineered to produce beta-carotene, which our bodies turn into vitamin A. In countries where rice is a staple, vitamin A deficiency causes blindness and even death in children. Golden rice delivers this vital nutrient through a food people already eat daily. A single bowl can provide much of a child's daily vitamin A needs. Developed by public scientists for humanitarian use, golden rice is a powerful example of GMOs improving health. It shows how genetic engineering can tackle global nutrition challenges. GMOs can do more than help farmers, they can save lives. Despite scientific consensus, public concerns about GMOs remain. Some worry about health risks, but decades of testing show no evidence of harm. Environmental concerns include herbicide overuse and gene flow to wild plants, issues scientists and regulators monitor closely. Socioeconomic worries focus on corporate control and seed costs, raising questions about fairness and farmer independence. These debates go beyond science. They're about ethics, economics, and trust. Transparency, strong regulation, and ongoing research are key to addressing concerns. The conversation about GMOs is complex and ongoing. Listening to public concerns is essential for building trust in this technology. GMOs aren't just in food. They've revolutionized medicine. The first major breakthrough was insulin. Before genetic engineering, it came from animals. Now bacteria produce human insulin safely and efficiently. The same technology makes medicines like growth hormone, blood clotting factors, and vaccines. Even cheese benefits. Most hard cheeses use a GM enzyme, making production more efficient and vegetarian-friendly. GMOs are essential in modern healthcare, saving lives and improving quality of life. In food, GMOs help farmers fight malnutrition and reduce environmental impact. Every GM product is tested for safety and effectiveness. While concerns exist, the benefits are real and far-reaching. Genetic engineering is a powerful tool. When used responsibly, it can help solve some of our biggest challenges. Science at its best is for everyone.